I feel so disgusting right now. This is a horrible feeling.
Most of the protein food you see in a grocery store are a complete scam, just like these protein Pop-Tarts. Or protein Cheerios, protein ramen, even protein bread.
But what would happen if I spent 100 hours only eating that protein junk food? Well, our first meal is gonna be Pop-Tarts and Eggos, which is not very nutritious, but they have protein. Yay! You see, over the last few years, adding protein to the label of a product has made Americans buy random shit and spend all this extra money for absolutely no reason, because it never gets them closer to their goals. They still wake up just as fat and not jacked the next day.
Why am I not losing weight? I had the protein Doritos.
Now, if you think I'm just making a joke, I'm really not. A survey showed that 49% of people said that a label with added protein makes that item more appealing, and 72% of people said they don't mind paying extra for a protein-enhanced version. Of course, one of the protein-enhanced products I got were these protein Pop-Tarts.
I was really excited about these because I love Pop-Tarts, and the fact that they're now protein is fucking ridiculous.
These Pop-Tarts here are 380 calories with a whopping, and I mean a whopping, 10 grams of protein. 10, a whole 10, 10, 10, 10.
However, they didn't stop there because the company who owns Pop-Tarts also owns Eggos, and they made protein waffles. For 2 of these waffles, it is 180 calories with 10 grams of protein, so somehow they didn't fuck up here. And breakfast is served.
Let's start with the Pop-Tarts.
Oh my god, bro. It has this like horrible protein I'm kidding. It has no protein in it. It tastes the fucking same as a regular Pop-Tart.
Which, you wanna know the crazy part? Regular Pop-Tarts, which cost less money, are the same calories with 4 grams of protein. So you're quite literally paying extra for that extra 6 grams. If you bought this for the protein, it is a scam. Which, while I eat these products over the next 100 hours, I'm gonna be placing them into one of 2 categories. That way we can know which ones are actually good and which ones are just sketchy marketing. Obviously, Pop-Tarts are gonna be going in the scam category, but what about the Eggos? Well, I'm raw dogging this. I don't have any protein syrup. It probably exists, but not in grocery stores, because every product I try has to come from the grocery store. That's pretty good. I mean, it tastes like a regular Eggo. For the Eggos, the calories are low enough to justify that protein, so the Eggos do get a pass. As you can see here though, for now, I'm only counting my protein, and that's because we have a roadmap that we're gonna be following. On day 1, I'm aiming to reach my protein goal of 150 grams of protein without a regard for calories. If the macros are good, my calories shouldn't be ridiculously high. Day 2, we're flipping it around and aiming for a standard 2,000 calorie diet and not counting protein. How much protein will I have at the end of that day? Day 3, I'll finally be feeling the effects of this diet, so we're gonna go to the gym and see how it affects my performance. And day 4, I'm inviting a special guest to try a secret protein version of one of the world's most popular foods. For now, with 20 grams of protein and many more meals to go, let's get moving. I feel like a tub of lard after eating that meal. Which, honestly, that's not really too surprising. I mean, with the quality of food that I am having, you'd probably find a more nutritious meal during the Great Depression. I mean, just because a product has protein in it doesn't really mean that it's healthy. Keep in mind, these foods are still junk food. All the other ingredients are still the same, which, I've gotta be honest, it is nice not really counting calories and instead just focusing on protein. It has been literal years since I've done that. It's making me feel like a kid again, which is only gonna continue as I have a peanut butter sandwich on some protein bread with a protein Go-Gurt. Ah, Go-Gurt. When I first slurped on one of these as a kid, that's when I knew that I loved yogurt, because it has a lot of benefits. I mean, it has probiotics for your gut, and most of the time it's high in protein anyways. So I wasn't really shocked to see that Go-Gurt now had a protein version. Should I be censoring that? Go-Gurts are good. Again though, regular Go-Gurt is $3.99 and you get 50 calories per tube with 2 grams of protein inside. Not that much. Oh, but our super special $2 extra protein Go-Gurt, you get 50 calories per tube with 4 grams of protein. 4 grams. $2 extra. But now we have our peanut butter sandwich on some protein bread, and don't worry, the peanut butter is protein peanut butter. It didn't focus. Protein peanut butter. Peanut butter is a fat source with some protein in it. For your standard Skippy peanut butter, you get 210 calories with 7 grams of protein. So if this is protein peanut butter, surely it's gotta have at least, what, 15, 20 grams, right? I mean, that makes sense. Oh, but it doesn't make sense for them because they can't make money off putting that much protein in their product. This has 10 grams of protein at the same calories. Believe it or not, this bread is probably the only steal out of all of these products because this bread is 130 calories per slice with 10 grams of protein, which means if you're having a sandwich, you're having 260 calories of bread with 20 grams of protein. That's on par with protein bars. Good job, bread. With this peanut butter, you're getting 3 extra grams, but you're paying extra money. I mean, just go fucking lick the sidewalk at that point and you'll probably get that 3 grams. You're wasting your money. The bread is pretty stiff, but it's still good. I feel like I've eaten a lot of food for the protein that I have. Like, I feel like I should be higher. In this meal, I used 1.5 servings of the peanut butter, 2 slices of the bread, and 2 Go-Gurts. Altogether, that means there's 42 grams of protein in this meal. This is only making me wonder how many calories I'm actually at if I am feeling like I ate a lot. This is gonna make me fat, isn't it? Well, to try and avoid becoming fat, I went on a walk to get my body moving and make some use of the food so far. After that meal and walk, I was feeling pretty tired. I mean, like I said, the bread and peanut butter was the most nutritious thing so far. But I still have a lot of protein to get down, so we need to eat. Why am I feeling, I'm not supposed to be feeling full right now, but I am. Maybe these, maybe these protein snacks are onto something. I'm also feeling really thirsty, and like, the problem is, what am I supposed to drink? Protein water? Yeah, actually, protein water. I found this at Target, but why? Honestly though, it might be a steal. 50 calories and 10 grams of protein in each. I mean, it's essentially just clear protein. Alongside this, I also have my protein cup of noodles. This has 320 calories with 16 grams of protein, so it does have more protein than your regular cup of noodles. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, I mean, it tastes like ramen. These are only 80 cents more, and you do get over double the protein, so it gets a pass. Let's try our protein water. Whoa, that is really good. I wasn't expecting that. We also have coconut cream. Yeah, that's really good. This meal in total is gonna add another 36 grams of protein to our count. Even with all of this food, I still feel like I'm far away. I mean, the issue is now is that it's getting late, the sun is starting to set, and I still have quite a bit of protein to get down. What am I gonna eat? Balls. I'm gonna be eating balls. Pretty big balls, actually. By Nature Valley, protein balls. And they put the actual size on the back there, so I do know that they're decently sized. These are 210 calories with 10 grams of protein for 2 balls. I'm gonna aim to have 3.5 servings, which is 35 grams of protein. But alongside our balls, we also have these protein pretzels. Now, I saw this in Stop & Shop, and I said, what the fuck? I have to get this. And let me tell you, I am so glad that I did. 180 calories and 10 grams of protein per pretzel. Somehow that's some of the best macros that we've had today, and they look really good. It looks like your traditional soft pretzel. That's fire. That is really good. 10 grams of protein in this, I think I can have 10 of these and still want more. Of course, Nature Valley is somewhat associated with health food, even though it's a lot of just granola bars and stuff of that sort. So them making a protein product isn't too crazy. Those are pretty good too. I was practically forcing myself to eat just to hit my protein, and I finally did. I feel so disgusting right now. This is a horrible feeling. Keep in mind, 99% of the food I ate today was junk food. I don't care how much protein it had inside of it. However, while I ate that food, I added up everything I ate today, so we have our final numbers. I consumed 154 grams of protein. Alongside that, we have 91 grams of fat, 321 grams of carbs, and for the calories, 2,715. That's definitely higher than I would have liked. For something to really be considered a good protein product, the calories should be a 10-to-1 ratio, meaning if something has 200 calories, it should have 20 grams of protein. Unfortunately, the FDA has no regulations on any of this, so as long as a product has some protein in it, they could legally classify it as a protein product. Protein balls? Those really aren't protein balls. They've got some protein in it, but they're just balls. The pretzels, on the other hand, that's a decent ratio for what you're having, so that gets the pass. I'm a little nervous for how much protein I'm gonna hit tomorrow because, like I said, tomorrow we're capping my calories at 2,000 and we're not paying attention to that protein. People always say that you should treat your body like it's a temple, and I fully agree, and I consider my body to be a temple, just a Shirley one, a Shirley temple. I feel like shit. I went to bed feeling bloated and disgusting, and I woke up the same exact way, but luckily there's a cap on our calories today, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Let's just start our morning off with a classic breakfast of some cereal and protein cereal and protein milk. Protein milk is some crazy work. Regular whole milk has 150 calories with 8 grams of protein, and our super cool, fantastic, awesome protein milk has 150 calories with 13 grams of protein. Do I really need to say more? Just get yourself some low-fat milk. That's the only true protein milk. However, we also have protein Cheerios. This one has an extra 5 grams of protein, going from 3 grams to 8 grams. I don't think I need to say more on this either. Let's just dig in. I have 1 serving of the Cheerios in this bowl, and I'm gonna add 1 serving of the milk to the bowl. Listen, these are cookies and cream Cheerios though, so that sounds really appealing. That's really good. However, it's not just these big companies who are making these protein products, it's also celebrities. One of the world's biggest names launched her own protein snack, but is it really worth it? Well, let's find out. This is Cloud Protein Popcorn by Khloe Kardashian. Obviously, the Kardashians are known for contributing a lot to society. I mean, Kanye's ex-wife made her own clothing line called Skims, so clearly they know a lot about health and wellness and looking good. And honestly, protein popcorn doesn't really sound too bad. My only issue is that popcorn is already ridiculously low in calorie. It's already a great diet hack. So no matter how good the macros are on this popcorn, it won't be better than having regular popcorn that's low in calorie and having a shake on the side. However, this does eliminate that, and it's 160 calories per serving with 7 grams of protein, which not that great, but the flavor is white cheddar, so maybe it'll taste great. You gotta either blow me away with your taste or blow me away with your macros. This here is 2 servings, so 320 calories and 14 grams of protein, which, like, yeah, that's not that's not very good macros. Why am I getting like a banana taste? Yeah, no, that's not good. I don't want to waste your time here, and I don't want to waste my calories. I'm not eating this. Stick to keeping up with the Kardashians, please. This is not your next path. Trust me, Khloe. Well, I was gonna have that protein popcorn be like my little lunchtime snack because honestly, the Cheerios and milk really didn't fill me up, but with that taste, I'm not gonna be able to have it for lunch. But what I will be able to have are Lunchables. How's that for a tongue twister? I found this Lunchables protein pack, and it intrigued me because on the front, they have a big bold 12 grams protein per serving, and I said, man, that's really stupid. Your regular Lunchables, which don't worry, you have a protein label on it for 14 grams of protein, has better macros. Why is this not the protein pack? The protein pack has 250 calories with 12 grams of protein, and the regular cheese pizza one has 250 calories with 14 grams of protein. I just love how the protein label is bigger than anything else on it. This is honestly not a horrible meal though. I mean, is it the highest quality of ingredients? No, but macro-wise, it's not terrible. Tastes like I'm eating a bunch of plastic. It's a little dry though. I just wish I had like soda or something. Oh wait, I do. Did you think that company was really gonna stop at protein water? Just carbonate that hoe and you have a whole nother product you can sell for more money. But I'm not mad. That's so good. These are so good. Of course, we're only counting calories for now and not paying attention to the protein. We will have that protein number at the end, but there's a reason I wanted to do this. If you're an average person going to the grocery store, you're probably buying these foods just because they have protein on the label. But if you're not actively counting that protein, how much closer to your goals will it really get you? Ooh, which that's another 550 calories down. Truthfully, not the worst meal. I'll give all 3 of these a pass. Now, obviously, you guys can see the issue with all of these foods so far. I mean, we have all these companies and people taking advantage of the hype of protein, adding it to everything when it's really just the trend. In the 90s, people demonized and were scared of fats, which I guess you could say they were the first true fat phobics. Then, in the 2000s, it was carbs. Now, that trend is protein. One day we're gonna look back on all of this and we're gonna be laughing our asses off, but we've gotta start laughing now because they're taking those carbs that everybody was once scared of and they're making protein versions out of them. We have protein mashed potatoes and protein pasta. Just think about that for a second. Protein mashed potatoes. A couple of years ago, I would have had an easier time believing that the Rizzler got signed to the Knicks than believing that you can go to the grocery store and buy protein mashed potatoes. Regular mashed potatoes are 110 calories with 2 grams. This is 130 with 6. Obviously, it's nothing crazy. The protein pasta, on the other hand, that has some solid macros. You have 190 calories with 10 grams of protein. And alongside these, I have some protein rice cakes. I'm really tackling the trilogy of carbs here. We have rice, potatoes, and pasta. Let's just get it down. After this meal, we're gonna be very close to finishing our goal with 1,841 calories. This means I'll have one more meal before we figure out how much protein I consumed. Man, these rice cakes are probably the best thing I've had all video. These are delicious. Now it's time to figure out what we're having to end the day. And trust me, I'm ready to end the day. It's been 2 full days of eating this junk food with little to no real nutrients, so it's no surprise that my energy levels were extremely low. Like I keep saying, these foods are, for the most part, junk food, which I feel a lot of people overlook when it comes to protein snacks. People see protein and automatically assume that it's healthy and good for you, which happens way too often with protein bars. I had to include one of them through this challenge, it's only right. These are by Fiber One, and they typically, as you can assume, make fiber snacks, but this is their take on a protein snack. How did they do? Well, for one bar, you get 130 calories with 6 grams of protein. So, not very good. Bro, this is small as shit too, really? Like, this is the size of your bar, bro? What are we doing here? I'm eating 1.5 bars, which is gonna put me at 2,036 calories. Okay. We are finished. Calories are hit, but what about our protein? Obviously, the number we're shooting for with that would be 150 grams, but I didn't really expect that since yesterday we ate so much extra. My total protein for the day after eating only protein snacks and 2,000 calories of it was 114 grams. If I'm only eating food that they label as protein, it should be easy for me to hit my goal. Believe it or not too, some of the macros today weren't even that bad. I mean, we didn't have any protein Pop-Tarts, which is the most ridiculous macros on the list. So even without that, I still didn't hit it. There might be one benefit though. My carbs have been skyrocketing, so there is a slight chance that I could have a good pump inside the gym tomorrow. Although with how low energy I've been, I really have no idea how it's gonna go. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to the gym for the first time since we've started this challenge. And I'm letting you know right now, my post-workout meal is going to be the most diabolical meal you'll ever see post-workout. To start the day and before my workout, I had some protein Raisin Bran, which was news to me because I really didn't even know people still bought Raisin Bran, let alone protein versions, but it actually had worse macros than the Cheerios. This cereal is my pre-workout meal, so hopefully it gives me some much needed energy. Man, I'm gonna be honest, that was a lot better than I expected. My pump was actually really good. I felt pretty strong, and I also had a lot of stomach issues. If I didn't have any stomach pain, I would have had a really good workout, but the stomach pain is no surprise because all of these foods are horrible for your gut health. Again, something else that a lot of people don't take into account when you're having these kinds of foods. But man, when you think of unhealthy junk food, what's the one food that comes to your mind? For me, that's Doritos, which is sadly our post-workout meal. And as much as I'd like to hate on these actually have some of the best macros out of any of the food we've had so far. Who would have thought that Doritos would have done it? Bridge the gap between junk food and protein. 150 calories with 10 grams of protein, which is the best macros we've seen. And honestly, I have heard really good things about these.
There's two flavors, sweet and tangy barbecue and nacho cheese, which is obviously the original. This here is 4 servings of the Doritos, which isn't that much food, but it is 40 grams of protein. I mean, that's actually kind of crazy. I mean, 40 grams of protein from Doritos? Like, what world are we living in right now? Oh my God. Dude, these are literally Doritos. They are a little crunchier and harder than the regular Doritos, but I mean, for 10 grams of protein, you can't go wrong with these. Wow, that is incredible. You know, this is kind of showing me that not all of these foods are necessarily bad. Like, there are bad ones, obviously the Pop-Tarts, but when you have stuff like this and you're eating regular Doritos anyways, why not go for the protein versions? Don't get me wrong, some are a complete scam, but there are good ones. And if it's helping you on your goals and on your diet, who cares what anybody else says? When it comes to a macro standpoint, I could 100% see myself having these chips every single day. They are really good. After eating those Doritos, I washed it down with another protein soda. I mean, I was eating Doritos and soda for 650 calories and 50 grams of protein. That's a meal only my child self would dream of, and some of these foods were starting to change my perspective on protein junk food. After all, people wanting to include protein in their diet is the proper first step. I just don't like all of the deceptive marketing. I wasn't really aiming for any goal tonight macro-wise, so I just ate random snacks throughout the day. Protein popcorners, which was 140 calories with 9 grams of protein. 2 more of those protein pretzels because they were genuinely good. Then I ended the night with some protein granola from Nature's Valley that had 280 calories with 13 grams of protein. And okay, I also slammed a bunch of Doritos before bed. You caught me. This put me at 1,945 calories with 128 grams of protein, which was low again. However, with day 3 over, it was time for our final day with an appearance from our special guest. When I woke up, I wanted something quick, so I had another peanut butter sandwich and then some cinnamon protein Pop-Tarts that somehow had worse macros than the strawberry ones. I really didn't care though, because our next meal was the one that I have been the most excited for. Can you guess what the most popular food in the world is? It's consumed over 5 billion times each year and also has horrible macros. It's probably one of the most difficult foods to fit in a diet. Well, that food is pizza. Typically greasy, cheesy, and ridiculously high in calories. So when I saw these protein pizzas at Target, I had to buy it. And to be honest, right now, I'm craving grilled chicken, which if you're craving grilled chicken on a diet, you need to rethink your life. But pizza, it'll do. I don't want to eat it by myself though, because the only thing more depressing than eating pizza by yourself is eating protein pizza by yourself because you're watching your weight. So I invited a special guest. It's someone who struggles with protein, but also never has protein snacks. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to the one and only Dad.
Hello.
My father. A few years ago, he decided he wanted to make a change and be healthier, so I helped him lose over 30 pounds. Unfortunately, it was a really tough year for him and he struggled to stay on track, but now he's ready to get back into it. He's someone who'd see one of these products in the grocery store and buy it just because it has protein, so maybe this is a product that he could actually have. Do you like pizza?
Yes.
We can tell.
Thanks. I didn't know I came here to be insulted.
One of these pizzas has 1,280 calories with 56 grams of protein. The other also has 56 grams of protein, but it only has 590 calories. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna blindfold you. First, I'm gonna have him try one of each pizza and just see which one he thinks genuinely tastes better.
How am I gonna see the pizza to eat it?
Use your senses. How was that?
I mean, for a frozen pizza, it's good.
Now, try that.
First pizza was better. Definitely first pizza.
Let me try. That's fire. So the one you didn't like was ironically the protein pizza. Do you think that pizza is good enough to have it on a diet if it saves you 700 calories?
I think if you told me I could lose weight eating this pizza, I could definitely do it. It's not that much worse, but if you're asking me which one was better, the other one was definitely better. But to lose weight, I think I could, I could easily eat this.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I agreed with him. Is it the greatest pizza in the world? Definitely not, but it's good enough to substitute in your diet if it's going to help you lose weight. Honestly, for 590 calories and 56 grams of protein, I would probably have this every day. That is unbelievable macros, and it also has 20 grams of fiber, so this is going to keep you full. You can have 2 of the protein pizzas and still not be at the calories of the regular one. That is insane. There's also only a $2.50 difference between the two, so you really can't go wrong by getting that protein version. As a matter of fact, to end off my calories for the day, I'm actually having another pizza. This one's a different type and it has 640 calories with 64 grams of protein. It's crazy because with what I ate today, it was actually the best macros that I've had. After finishing this pizza, I'll have 2,145 calories and 151 grams of protein. This just goes to show that, yeah, a lot of this junk food is bullshit and can be bad, but if you're selective about what you're eating and choose the right ones, they can help you when you're on a diet. That was fire. I can't even believe that that was 64 grams of protein.